Hello guys, I would like to introduce and explain some technical aspects of Call of Duty 2 related to hitboxes, ping, and talk about the new fixes introduced in the new pumps. For the testing, I'm running 3 instances of the game. The bigger one is a local server, so-called listen server. It means it's a server and client combined, which allow me to debug more things than on a usual server. The other 2 instances are clients. Imagine that one of the windows is your PC with running game. The 2 clients are connected to the listen server. To enable visualization of hitboxes, first we need to set developer to 1 and then g_debug local damage to 1. This is how the hitboxes looks like. As you can see, there are multiple boxes aligned with the character of the player. You might notice that the boxes are not perfectly aligned and there are some places where the box extends the character and places where the box does not cover some part of the character. Look how it works when I try to shoot some parts of the character. There are some missing places when the hit is not registered at all. This might be the reason why you might think you shoot a player but the game does not register it at all. There are also some places where the box extends the character and you receive a hit even if your crosshair does not target the character of the player. The server is running old PAM 207 to demonstrate that this is something that was here even before the new PAM was released. These hitboxes are hard-coded into the game and it's not possible to change them with PAM. Now let's see how the hitboxes behave if the player is moving. If you pay attention to legs, you might notice that sometimes the hitboxes does not align with the character. It might be a problem when you shoot from a weapon, for example to this location. The server would not register this as a hit because it does not collide with the hitbox. Now let's consider another problem. Because we are playing without the anti-lag by default, you need to lead your shots if the enemies are moving. I will explain you why. Because I am running server and clients on a single PC, I am also running clumsy software to generate some ping between the clients. I am controlling this window. Imagine it's you playing your game on your PC. Consider following situation. This is the moment when I fired from the weapon. As you can see, the crosshair is targeting the character. Because there is always some delay between you and the server will receive the fire after a few milliseconds according to your ping. This is the moment when the server receives the fire. As you can see, the crosshair is not targeting any of the hitboxes, meaning this is not considered as a hit, even that from your point of view it was a hit to the leg. Now let's see how to expect players to be on the server. This is when you have ping around 30 milliseconds and the enemy is running fast with a pistol. This is how you see the player and this is how the server sees the player. In order to kill this player, you have to lead your shot like this. If you have high ping, you have to lead your shots even more. In these cases, there is an option to enable anti-lag on the server. If you fire from a weapon, the server will use positions of players from history based on your ping, making it better for you to kill the enemy. Now let's take a look at the following hit. As you can see, it looks like you hit the player to the head. Let's examine it. This is the moment when the bullet was fired. I try to recreate the player position with hitboxes enabled. And this is how the hitboxes looks like. Before we continue, we need to address some of the calculations the game does when 2 or more hitboxes are behind each other. For example, If hand hitbox is in front of torso hitbox, the torso hitbox is used instead. After mapping the damage values, locations with red color represents high damage values leading to kill, and locations with blue color represents damage values which leads to hit only. As you can see already, the crosshair is on the edge between the hit and the kill area. We need to also consider the ping and the fact that what you see on your monitor is not what the server sees. Since the enemy is moving until the fire command reaches the server, the player will be in slightly different position. It took these frames between the firing and the damage feedback, so we can assume it took 2 frames before the firing command was processed on the server. If we apply 2 frames of player movement, we get the real position of player on the server. As you can see, the crosshair is definitely in blue area, which means this is considered as hit to hand. You might think if there is any chance to get this better. The hand hitbox is kinda too close to head, and in very fast mouse movements and at far distances these hits might occur very easily. That's why I was playing with hand hitbox fixes in the new pumps. In the latest pump version 3.3.2, I did the following calculations when you hit somebody to hand. Before I show you how it works, on the server with the new pump I will first disable the hand hitbox fix. Now it behaves as an old PAM. Based on the hitbox calculations, this is kill to shoulder hitbox, this is only hit to the arm hitbox, and this is hit to hand hitbox. Now we enable the hand hitbox fix again, and we also enable debugging of the hand hitbox fix. If we shoot into hitbox, which is considered to be a hit only, a box around the head is created. If hit location is inside this box, then the hit is changed to kill. The box looks like this and is a little bit bigger if the enemy is moving. If we go back to previous clip, if this match would be played on the PAM 3.3.2, the hand hitbox fix would be applied and the hit would be changed to kill. The fix is applied only for rifles and snipers, and you have to be at least 2 meters away from the enemy, and the body and head of the enemy must be visible to you, otherwise the fix is not applied. If you take a look to the next example, you may expect this situation to be a kill. This is only a hit because the hit location is left or right leg upper part, which is hit only for rifles. To make this better, I introduce another fix called torso hitbox fix. The fix is enabled by default on PAM since version 3.3.0. Let's examine how it works. First, we enable debugging of the fix from the icon menu. First condition is that the hitbox must be left or right upper leg part. In this case it was leg lower, so the fix was not applied. The distance between the pelvis and the hit location must be less than 16.5 to change the hit to kill. This is still a hit because the distance is too big. Now the distance was less than 16.5 and the fix was applied, meaning the player would be killed on the new PAM. As before, you can find detailed info in the code. The fix is applied only for rifles. The hitbox must be left leg upper or right leg upper, and the distance between the pelvis and the hit location must be less than 16.5. Otherwise, this fix is not applied. The hitboxes in this game are just bad from the beginning. I want to point out that this is something hard-coded into the game and cannot be directly changed by PAM. PAM can only change the result of the damage that the game provides. And that's something what I am doing with the hand and torso hitbox fixes. There are also some changes to shotgun. In the same manner as before, the PAM is just changing the damage values based on the distance between you and the enemy. You can find more info on my GitHub page or in the code. To summarize this, PAM is just trying to improve hits by changing hits to kills under described conditions. no other changes are made. If you feel that sometimes you miss a view skill or you just hit someone, it's because of the game and the ping, or you just hit part of the body that should be a hit, like hands, and this is not because of the POM.